In this video, I will be explaining the BSc third semester subject Zoology, Animal Physiology and Animal Behavior as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 4 first important short question is Reflex behavior. Reflex behavior is a quick, automatic, and involuntary action performed by an animal's body in response to a stimulus. The animal does not think before reacting. Reflexes help animals protect themselves from danger and maintain basic body functions. A reflex happens through a simple pathway called a reflex arc, which includes a receptor, sensory nerve, spinal cord, motor nerve, and a muscle or gland. Example: if you touch a hot vessel, your hand pulls back immediately. You don't wait to think because the message goes only up to the spinal cord, not the brain. This quick action prevents injury. In animals, a frog jumps when touched suddenly. A fish swiftly moves away when a shadow falls on it. Earthworms contract their body when bright light falls on them. Easy way to remember. R. Rapid. E. Emergency action. F. From spinal cord. L. Least thinking. Reflexes are nature's built-in safety system, helping animals survive in their environment. Next important short question is 2. Imprinting. Imprinting is a special type of learning seen in young animals where they quickly recognize and follow the first moving object they see after birth or hatching. This usually happens during a very sensitive or critical period, and once learned, it is permanent. The animal does not forget it easily. Example: a famous example is Konrad Lorenz's experiment with ducklings. Newly hatched ducklings saw Lorenz first and started following him everywhere, thinking he was their mother. Even when the real mother came later, they continued following Lorenz. This shows how strong imprinting is. Other examples: a calf recognizing its mother's smell soon after birth. Chicks following a moving toy if it is the first thing they see. Easy way to remember. I. Immediate learning. M. Mother-like figure. P. Permanent bond. Imprinting helps young animals stay close to their parents for protection, food and survival during the early stages of life. Next important short question is 3. Pheromones. Pheromones. Pheromones are chemical signals released by animals to communicate with other animals of the same species. These chemicals are usually smelled or sensed through special organs. Pheromones help animals in finding mates, marking territory, warning danger, and organizing social life. Examples: 1. Honey bees use pheromones to guide other bees to food, protect the hive, and even identify their queen. 2. Ants leave a pheromone trail on the ground so other ants can follow the path to food. 3. Female moths release sex pheromones to attract male moths from long distances. Why are pheromones important? They help animals survive by warning others about predators. They help in reproduction, as mates find each other easily. They help in social harmony, especially in insects like bees and termites. Easy way to remember. P. Perfume-like signals. H. Helps in communication. E. Essential for survival. Pheromones are nature's invisible messages that animals use to talk without sound. Next important short question is 4. Biological clocks. Biological clocks are the internal timing systems present in animals that help them perform activities at the right time, even without external reminders. These clocks work inside the brain and control daily, and seasonal rhythms like sleeping, feeding, migration, and reproduction. They help animals stay in sync with day, night changes, seasons, and even monthly cycles. Examples: humans feel sleepy at night and active during the day because of an internal clock. Birds wake up early and show morning singing behavior at the same time every day. Some animals, like squirrels or bears, prepare for hibernation according to their internal seasonal clock. Why are biological clocks important? They regulate sleep-wake cycle, body temperature, hormone release, feeding habits and reproduction. Easy way to remember. B. Body's timer. C. Controls daily and seasonal rhythms. Biological clocks help animals live in harmony with nature by keeping their activities perfectly timed. Next important short question is 5. Circadian rhythm and circannual rhythm. Circadian rhythm and circannual rhythm. Circadian rhythm is the natural 24-hour cycle present in animals and humans. It controls daily activities like sleeping, waking, feeding, hormone release, and body temperature. This rhythm is mainly controlled by light and darkness. Examples of circadian rhythm. Humans feel sleepy at night and energetic in the morning. Roosters crow at dawn every day. Flowers open and close at specific times of the day. Circannual rhythm is a yearly cycle seen in animals. It controls long-term seasonal activities such as migration, hibernation, breeding, and molting. This rhythm depends on seasonal changes like temperature and day length. Examples of circannual rhythm. Birds migrate to warmer places every winter. Bears hibernate during cold months. Deer show breeding behavior in a specific season each year. Easy way to remember. Circadian is equal to 24 hours daily. Circannual is equal to 12 months yearly. These rhythms help animals stay prepared for daily and seasonal changes in nature. Next unit 4. Long questions. First important long question is 1. Describe types of behavior and elaborate on acquired instinctive behavior. Describe types of behavior and elaborate on acquired instinctive behavior. Animal behavior refers to the way animals act and respond to their surroundings. Behavior helps animals find food, escape danger, reproduce, and survive. In zoology, behavior is broadly classified into innate behavior and learned behavior. 1. Innate behavior, inborn behavior. These behaviors are present from birth. Animals do not need training or experience to perform them. They are controlled mainly by genes. Examples: a spider spinning its web, a newborn baby sucking milk, birds building nests in a particular pattern. Innate behavior includes reflexes, taxes, tropisms, and instincts. 2. Learned behavior. This behavior develops through experience, practice, and observation. It helps animals adjust to their environment. Examples: a dog learning to respond to commands, birds learning migration routes, a child learning to speak. Learned behavior includes habituation, conditioning, imitation, trial and error learning, imprinting, etc. Acquired instinctive behavior, very important topic. Acquired instinctive behavior is a special type of behavior that begins as an instinct but becomes stronger and more effective through learning or practice. In simple words, it is a combination of inborn behavior plus learning. Animals are born with a basic instinct, but experience improves it. Features: partly genetic, partly learned. Improves with repeated practice. Helps animals survive better. Common in birds, mammals, and insects. Examples of acquired instinctive behavior. 1. Bird nest building. All birds have the instinct to build nests, but young birds watch adults and improve their technique. The basic plan is instinctive, but the finishing details are learned. 2. Hunting behavior in predators. Lion cubs and tiger cubs have the instinct to chase prey, but they learn the correct method by watching their mother. With practice, they become perfect hunters. 3. Cleaning and grooming in mammals. Animals like cats instinctively groom themselves, but they learn better ways as they grow. Easy way to remember. Acquired instinct is equal to instinct plus experience. Born with the skill, but practice makes it perfect. Acquired instinctive behavior shows how animals use both nature and experience to survive successfully in the wild. Next important long question is: 2. Explain trial and error learning. Explain trial and error learning. Trial and error learning is a type of learning through repeated attempts. In this method, an animal tries different actions until it finds the correct solution. Wrong attempts are slowly reduced, and successful actions are remembered. This learning is very important for survival because it helps animals discover new ways to get food, escape danger, or solve problems. It was studied in detail by Edward L. Thorndike, who explained that animals learn faster when a behavior is followed by a reward. This idea is known as the law of effect. Actions with good results are repeated. Actions with bad results are avoided. How trial and error learning works. 1. Animal faces a problem. 2. Tries many actions one by one. 3. Makes mistakes, errors. 4. Accidentally performs the correct action. 5. Gets rewarded or escapes danger. 6. Remembers the correct action. 7. Next time, the animal repeats the correct behavior quickly. Famous example, Thorndike's puzzle box, very important. Thorndike placed a hungry cat inside a wooden puzzle box. Outside the box, he kept a ball of food. Inside the box, there was a lever that opened the door. First time, the cat scratched, jumped, cried, and did many wrong actions. By chance, it pressed the lever, door opened, cat got food, reward. After repeating the experiment many times, the cat's mistakes reduced. Finally, it learned to press the lever immediately. This showed that animals learn better when their successful actions are rewarded. More examples in animals. Rats learning to run a maze to get food. Monkeys figuring out how to open nuts or boxes. Birds learning the best way to crack seeds. A child trying different keys to open a lock. Easy way to remember. T. Tries many times. E. Errors happen. S. Success comes finally. R. Reward strengthens learning. Trial and error learning helps animals gradually improve their skills, adapt to new situations, and survive more effectively in their environment. Next important long question is: 3. Describe classical conditioning and explain Pavlov's experiment. Classical conditioning and Pavlov's experiment. Classical conditioning is a type of learning in which an animal or human learns to associate a neutral stimulus with a meaningful stimulus, so that the neutral stimulus alone can produce the same response. This was discovered by Ivan Pavlov, a Russian physiologist, while studying digestion in dogs. How classical conditioning works. Unconditioned stimulus, UCS, naturally produces a response. Unconditioned response, UCR, natural reaction to UCS. Conditioned stimulus, CA's neutral stimulus that initially does not produce the response. Conditioned response, CR learned response to CA's after repeated association. Pavlov's famous experiment. 1. Pavlov noticed that dogs salivated naturally when food was placed in front of them. Food is equal to UCS, salivation is equal to UCR. 2. He rang a bell, neutral stimulus, before giving food. Bell is equal to CA's, initially no response. 3. After repeating this several times, dogs started salivating just when the bell rang, even without food. Bell is equal to CA's, salivation is equal to CR. This experiment showed that animals can learn to connect to unrelated events through repeated experience. Key points. Classical conditioning is passive learning. The animal does not need to try, it just associates stimuli. It is the basis of many animal and human behaviors, like fear, habits, and training. Examples in daily life. A child hears the ice cream bell and feels excited, even before seeing ice cream. Dogs trained to sit when a clicker is sounded. People feel hungry when they see food advertisements. Easy way to remember. C. Connect. Neutral stimulus connects with meaningful stimulus. L. Learn. Response is learned. A. Association, through repeated pairing. S. Salivation or response. Classical conditioning shows how animals and humans learn through association. Pavlov's experiment is simple, memorable, and explains why some behaviors are learned without thinking. Next important long question is 4. Explain the social organization in honey bee and add a note on its importance. Social organization in honey bee and its importance. Honey bees live in highly organized colonies where every bee has a specific role. This system is called social organization, and it helps the colony work efficiently, survive, and produce honey. A typical hive has 3 types of bees: the queen, drones, and workers. 1. Queen bee. There is only one queen in a hive. She is the largest bee and the mother of all bees. Main role: laying eggs, up to 2000 per day. Produces pheromones that regulate the activities of other bees and maintain social order. 2. Drones. Male bees whose main job is mating with a queen from another hive. They do not work in collecting food or building the hive. 3. Worker bees. Infertile females that do most of the work. Their jobs include 1. Foraging, collecting nectar and pollen. 2. Building honeycombs, wax is secreted from their body. 3. Cleaning and nursing, taking care of the queen and larvae. 4. Guarding, protecting the hive from intruders. 5. Communication, performing waggle dance to show food sources. Importance of social organization. 1. Efficiency, every bee has a role, so all tasks are done smoothly. 2. Survival, protects the colony from predators and environmental dangers. 3. Honey production, coordinated work ensures maximum honey and wax production. 4. Reproduction, only the queen lays eggs, maintaining population stability. 5. Communication, pheromones and dances help bees share information about food and threats. Example to remember. Think of a honey bee colony as a mini city. Queen is equal to mayor. Drones is equal to citizens with one special task. Workers is equal to army, builders, and helpers. Easy way to remember. Q. Queen lays eggs. D. Drones mate. W. Workers do everything else. The social organization of honey bees is a perfect example of teamwork in nature. It ensures the colony thrives, produces honey, and survives harsh conditions. Next important long question is 5. Write an essay on circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms are the natural 24-hour cycles that control the daily activities of animals and humans. These rhythms are guided by internal biological clocks and help living organisms adapt to the day-night cycle of the environment. They regulate many important functions like sleep, feeding, hormone release, and body temperature. How circadian rhythms work. The main biological clock is located in the brain's hypothalamus, specifically in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN. Light and darkness are important external cues that help reset this clock every day. Even without light, the internal clock maintains a roughly 24-hour cycle, though it may slightly drift. Examples in animals. 1. Humans feel sleepy at night and active in the morning. 2. Birds, roosters crow at dawn every day. 3. Nocturnal animals, owls and bats are active at night and sleep during the day. 4. Marine animals, some fish and crabs move according to light and tidal changes. Importance of circadian rhythms. Regulates sleep and activity, ensures rest at night and alertness during the day. Controls hormones, for example, melatonin rises at night to promote sleep. Supports feeding behavior, animals eat at optimal times for energy and survival. Health and survival, proper rhythms prevent fatigue, stress and disease. Disruption of circadian rhythms. When rhythms are disturbed, like in night shifts or jet lag, it can cause sleep disorders, fatigue, and poor concentration. Animals may also miss feeding or mating times, reducing survival chances. Easy way to remember. C. Clock inside body. I. Internal timing for 24 hours. R. Regulates sleep, feeding, and hormones. C. Controlled by light and dark. Circadian rhythms show how animals and humans are perfectly tuned to nature's day-night cycle. They are essential for healthy living, survival, and maintaining balance in life. Understanding them helps in managing sleep, work, and even treatment of some diseases. This makes the concept simple, interesting, and easy to remember for students.